Hello forum members, YouTubers, new subscribers, and everyone else. I am here to do a parts review on the Ikenvape MEGA 510 Standard Resistance Cartomizer. Before I get into it, a few orders of business. Sad news today from my end. My computer, I had worked on in December. It's a MacBook, and I replaced the top case, I replaced the hard drive, I replaced the memory. Memory has never worked correctly, the upgrade, and today my hard drive failed completely, and I brought it into the guy, and he said he thinks it's totally dead, and it ain't over till the fat lady sings, but she's wearing her Viking hat, and she's backstage. So I may have lost a lot of stuff. I do back up, so hopefully, you know, at least that's okay, but I haven't backed up for about a month, so I have lost a whole lot. The second order of business is, according to everyone else, I have to get on Twitter. So, recommend me a handle. I don't really know. I know that sounds silly, but I am open to all recommendations, and I will get on the Twitter as soon as possible. I've been resistant to doing it, but now I've heard from more than one person that I really got to do it if I want to be, you know, a real connected vapor, and I do. So, that being said, on to the review. First of all, I know some people don't like the mega-sized cartomizers because they're big. They're a lot bigger. Here is the Mega, and obviously I have a drip tip on there compared to a standard Boge. I say Boge. If you don't, get over it. Standard Boge cartomizer for comparison, and this is Ikenvape's. My fingers are in the way, and this is Ikenvape's standard sized cartomizer, so it is quite a bit longer. Their normal cartomizers, their standard size cartomizers, hold a lot of juice, so if you don't like the extra length, I would recommend go checking them out. These hold a lot of juice. The first time I filled this, I'm using Violet Beauregard. That's not it. Oh yeah, it is. I'm using Violet Beauregard from Erica over at e-cigarette forum, Southern Ambrosia, and the first time I filled it, I got 75 drops in this cartomizer. When I fill a Boge, I can get about 25 to 26, you know, give or take, and when I use the normal standard-sized Ikenvape, I can get around 40 or 45. These just hold more than the Bogies, and I like the Boge cartomizers. I will continue to use them. These hold a whole lot more. I want to talk about the polyfill briefly. First of all, if you look at the website, anyone can see it. I'll just point it out in the video. These are based on the 808 Carto internals, you know, and threaded for the 510. It's not really an 808 just made to fit on a 510, but that's the basis for the design. And the polyfill in these, you know, if you look, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to try. This is also a used one, so it probably looks a little, but if you look at that, you know, if you look in a Boge cartomizer, the polyfill kind of looks like if you took all the stuffing out of a pillow and then picked it apart a little bit to create some air pockets, and that's what I always think of when I look at it. You know, whenever like my comforter or my pillow starts leaking fluff. The polyfill in the Ikenvape cartomizers looks more plush and it's more absorbent. And I think, in my opinion, it just holds juice a little better, and provides a more even vape, than the Bogies. And again, I really like those, and that's not going to change. These are not replacing, you know, the Bogies as, one of my #1 cartomizers, and I use cartos a lot, and I drip a lot, because I can't use a single juice all day. Even when I'm using cartomizers, I have like 3 of them with, you know, a little writing on them, and just kind of switch them up every half hour or so. So all that being said, yeah, about 75 drops in this the first time, and they work like a champ. According to Ikenvape, they recommend anywhere between 3.7 volts and 5 volts. I would like to contest that a little bit. I'm going to show you this at a few different voltages, just so you can get an idea. But as you get closer and closer to 5 volts, no matter how full this thing is, it starts tasting dry. I'm going to top it off just a little bit to be on the safe side. Yeah, it's really long. I can understand why some people don't like it. I don't mind, especially when I'm at home. Oh boy, okay, I have to take that off to do that. While I am doing this, I will say he does sell them separately. You can get one at a time for $1.95, and I think for that price, it's worth a shot. Anything is worth a shot for $2, especially something that is frankly as good as this. They work differently than the Bogies in that they have a slightly tighter draw, which I don't mind. I actually kind of like, especially if you're using it with a higher voltage device. I actually want to show you on the Ego first how it performs. Now, I made a video that I have not published, I will not publish because it probably got lost on my computer, showing Ikenvape's standard Cartomizer on an Ego, and it worked awfully. It was an epic failure. So I don't know how this works on the Ego. I am trying it now for the first time. If there is little to no vapor, don't run away, because this works really well on my Provari, on a higher voltage device. No, so it actually works. It works okay on the Ego, and it's a really cool vape, though, with the Ego. Not a super punchy throat hit, not a super noticeable throat hit. But, produces a good amount of vapor. That's a 70% PG, 30% VG blend. So that's about what you would expect from a blend. Now I'm going to show you at 3.7 volts how this goes, and then I'm going to go up to 4.3, which is where I like it, and I'm going to stop there. You don't need to see it at every single configuration I can do, but this is at 3.7. So it works really well at 3.7, and it gives a nice little tingle in your throat. Again, not super punchy. I don't like it when it's super punchy, so that's good. Now I'm going to show you at 4.3, which is where I found the sweet spot to be for these, around 4.3, maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher if you do have a variable voltage device. If you do not, it will work great at 3.7, and it probably will work well at 5, but you're really going to have to keep it super, super wet, or it's going to dry up like that, and it's not going to be good. So this is at 4.3. So, they really give off a lot of vapor. I don't think you're actually seeing as much as I'm seeing because of the camera, and I know it's dark. I kind of have a bit of a headache, and it's also late here. I just wanted the lights off. But you probably got a good idea. I can show you one more time. So, really good, and a better throat hit at the higher voltages. I believe these are rated at 2.8 ohms. It does not say on the site. I will check for you, at least tell you what it's reading on my Provari, which is, not set in stone. Actually, it's registering at 3 or 3.1. So these are getting to be higher resistance, if that's really what they, are kind of working at. So, with all of that said, the bottom line with these is they are a great Cartomizer, and especially because you don't have to buy a 5-pack. go check them out for $1.95. They hold more than the Bogies. They work a little different, slightly tighter draw. I think if you only have an Ego or a 510, you might be better off sticking with the Bogies, or looking for the regular, the standard sized cartomizers from Ikenvape. But, if you don't mind the extra length to the Megas, by all means check them out, because, they're a really fantastic device, and Isaac is great. He's responded to all my emails super quick, super friendly. I'll put a link in the description, and please suggest Twitter names, and as soon as I have a handle, I'm going to get on there, and, it's going to be great. I'm going to go get on the Twitter, and tweet, I suppose. I've made a really big point about not joining it yet, but I guess it's time. Twitter's been around forever, so it's about time for me to hop on the bandwagon. So, thanks for watching. Again, link in the description. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you on the forum or back here soon. Bye.